everyone. Hang on. It's getting warm in this studio now. Hang on, I've just got to finish doing my things, telling everyone that we're on. We are here. Hello, everyone. Hang on, let's put this on mute. Hello. Hiya. Hi, Richie. Hello, Daddy Brisk. Hello. Hello, everybody. Yeah, glad that you like that one, Ben. That is Namaste. That's the tune that comes on when I'm streaming. When I'm cleaning windows. Are you all okay? Hi, Rube. Yeah, I was planning on doing a stream earlier, a music production stream, and then I sat down and I was like, I sat down at my computer and I was like, shit, I need to go and do some admin stuff. So I started doing admin stuff, tax return stuff, going through tunes, which I'm really glad I did. There's a lot of really good music out there at the moment. So living life in this centre. Ben, where do you live in? Is it, oh, so you don't live in South Wales, you're on holiday there. Is that what it is? Because I spend a bit of time in South Wales. Because my daddy lives there. My other daddy. I've got two daddies. Richie has walked 11 miles today. How? How have you managed that? Okay, I've just got to do Discord very, very quickly. I think I need a new phone soon because my phone is doesn't like me very much. It's not reacting. You're in Pembrokeshire. Yay! Oh, you're by Pembroke. You're so close to where my dad lives. Yeah. Yeah, we know. All right, Daddy Brisk. But ha ha. Okay, I've nearly done this. So thank you to everybody who came to see me at BMC Brighton Music Conference. Last, when was it? Thursday or Friday? Thursday. I was repping the demo drop, and I was sat on the panel with the guys from Armada and also from Spin In, which is really cool. Yeah, we got quite a few people there interested in coming out to the demo drop. One of them, a lovely girl called Maria, she's going to be on the show tonight as well. So yeah, I'm really, really happy that I got to rep demo drop. It's such a prestigious music event. So that was really cool. And then I did another panel. I sat on two panels. The other one was for last night, a DJ saved my life and all of the charity work we've been doing over there. So that was really cool. Don't forget to get yourselves this month's copy of DJ Mag, because I have a top 10 chart in here this month. I wonder if I'll be able to find it. There's lots of pictures in this, if you don't like reading. You've probably seen me, I've put some posts up about it on Facebook and stuff anyway. It's in here somewhere. There it is. And I'm going, shh, shh. They did, Malin. So yeah, go and get yourselves a copy of DJ Mag. You might not find it in all of the stores, but you will find it online. Oh, cheers. So yeah. So today, I think that's everything that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So yeah, big thank you to everyone who came to see me at BCM. BCM? BMC. Oh. And you can have a signed whatever you want, Malin. The kids have got a friend over, staying over for the first time tonight as well. So I was just like, hello, are you okay? And she's like, yes. Like, do you have any food allergies? She's like, no. I was like, oh, that's okay then. I was like, I'm just going to go pop down to Lidl, get you some little, bits and pieces to eat. Are you okay with pizza and chips? Yeah. And then the kid's like, can we get McDonald's? And I'm like, no. So they're all having fun. I can hear them running around the house. Little scamps. I'll be joining them in a bit. I have a thing where I try and chase Sasha up the stairs and catch her. I caught her once, but it's like a thing that we do. It's rather dangerous, possibly, because everyone always says, "You do that on the stairs. Do you be doing that on the stairs?" And I'm the one that instigates it in this house. So I'm allowed to have a 5-second, they're allowed a 5-second head start. And then I leg it after them. And I caught her once because, she thinks I'm slow. That's kind of one of the reasons why I'm doing that step machine as well, just so I get faster. Ha ha. So today, Bosky, thank you. Let me just put my alert screen on here. Here we go. Bosky, thank you very much for 25 months in a row. That's crazy. Red Dragon, thank you for some bits there. Thank you. Soraya, thank you for following. You guys are ace. I had a track from Bosky, didn't I? Today? Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah. I thought so. Well, let's put you at the top of the list, honey. Because let's put you at the top of the list. Oh, no worries, Jem. Jem, listen, we'll get to it next week. I'll make sure we get to it next week. We've got a full house in today. And like I said, I've got the kids here and they've got a friend here. So I'm like, oh. But we'll get to it for next week. Right. Bosky. Heaven's Grace, this one's called. Let's go. Bosky! Let's. Yay! I just want to say big hello to a few people, including Maria, Ateri Music, who I met at BCM not even a week ago yet. It's like on Thursday, I think. And also Jack Parker. Thank you very much for being here. Pluto Convergence, thank you for following. Dr. You, thank you for 19 months. 19 months. And yeah, Bosky, thank you for 25 months. Really, really good to see you all in here, and really good to see those of you who I met on Thursday at in Brighton. So yay! So yeah, for those of you who are new, what we do on the show is we listen to your music. Most of the people in the chat are artists or have sent music in. And anyone else are music lovers, some of my regulars who just like lurk in the background and, you know, but honestly, everyone's opinions are valid. If you are just, and I say just in a respectful way, a listener of music, a lover of music, it really is you guys that we make music for. So please feel that you can say everything that you think about music in the chat. You don't need to know the terminology. I barely know the terminology. Everything's a thingamy-bob or an ujima what's it. So don't be afraid of giving us your opinion. And as always, as you all know, we hardly ever, I can't even think of a time where we've ever had any problems in here in our chat. It's always a really cool, respectful group of people. Or at least you seem that way. I don't know. Big hello to Nick as well, Nick Rowland, who features in my top 10 in DJ Mag this month with his rendition of Heaven's Cry. Yeah, only when Jeffrey turns at Richie, yeah. So, yeah, get yourselves a copy of DJ Mag if you can. And, yeah, you're welcome. I hate that tune, but when I say hate, I really don't mean that. I don't hate anything. Well, there's some things I hate, but it's definitely not music. But I really, really like that remix. Oh, so Bosky, your track. Yeah, I really liked it. I don't really have much more to add than what's already been said. The kick and the bass relationship, perfect. I really liked the extended breakdown that you had on there. I felt like I didn't feel like I wanted to skip through any of it. I wanted to listen to it in its entirety. And it's a good sign of a track when you're not having to rely on a vocal. You know, because as soon as we stick a vocal in a track, it can hide a lot of the, you know, anything, you know, that's possibly not great with the mix down and things like that. So it's always nice to hear. Although I love using vocals myself. We do actually have Maria, who's going to be on, she's got a track that's going to be played in a little while. She's a singer, which is so cool. But for the rest of us, mere mortals, we have to find stuff on Splice, or we have to find stuff on Looperman or whatever it is. And sometimes we can just find something that we just think, oh, is going to fit. And it shouldn't be the case. We should really want to put, there should be a reason why you put a vocal in a track or not, as this case is. And I think that with this, you definitely don't need to be putting a vocal on it. Maybe some like ahs and oohs, more atmospherics, but even still, it didn't feel like this was missing anything. I liked your snare rolls as well. Quite jealous of your snare rolls. Yeah, Ben, exactly. Yeah, the breakdown, I always find it hard to instigate the breakdown. I always liken it to starting an awkward conversation with someone that you don't know. You're like that's how I feel when I'm starting to make my breakdown. I'm like, ah. But then when you're in there, once you get used to it, it's fine. If that makes sense. Welcome in Techie Steph as well. I like it, but maybe I'd charge it more as it came back in after the drop. Maybe. A nervous breakdown. Yeah, it feels like that sometimes, doesn't it? Like asking for Amber for a pic at BMC. Trust me, when you guys come up and speak to me, I feel just as scared. It's weird, isn't it? Because like we act like we're like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. And we're saying all the things, you know. I mean, it's obviously an area that we're very well versed in, so it's quite easy to talk about the stuff to do with music. But oh my God, you know, we're just as scared as you guys. So, you know, it's all about just relating to each other, isn't it? Hi, Harrison J, aka Martin. Constructive criticism is always a good thing. I'm fairly new to production, but the more ears that hear the track and comment, the better the feedback will be to gain education. This is a great platform. Thanks, Amber. Your real set was awesome. Yay! Cheers, mate. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's why. I mean, we're a small show, but it's about quality, not quantity, as they say. But I really mean that. I think it's important because if we had like hundreds of people in the chat, we wouldn't be able to discuss things in the way that we do. You know, it's nice to be able to just pick out everyone's comments and everyone to kind of watch them back. That's why over here I have it on here as well, so that when it gets fed to YouTube, everyone can always remember what was being said in the chat. So yeah. Oh, Bosky, is that not finished? Well, it sounded finished. If you need to do more on it, then fine. Whatever. Just don't overdo it. It sounded like it was done. How lovely. What a nice problem to have now, finishing off your new song. Well, yeah, I really liked it, mate. Yeah, it's good. Really good. Really good. Okay, so next up, we have got Maria Eteri. I hope I'm saying it right. Eteri music, or Eteri, and this is called Regular. And I met Maria in Brighton. I didn't expect it to start straight away. Let's have a listen to this now. And I'm also going to give you Maria's SoundCloud. So please do as you're told. Go and give her a follow because she's amazing. Yay! I am saying it right. Yes. Yes. Cool. Okay, let's go.
give you regular. Give you regular. I will not give you regular. There we go, guys. Eteri, and that is regular. So thank you for all of the great comments in the chat there. Yeah, babe, I really, really like this. I really do. I feel that, hi DJ Gundam. I feel that there's a lot of ideas in there. There's a lot of ideas in there. But you pull it together nicely. I think if there was one thing that I feel that could improve with it, it would be the drop after the second breakdown. Just because it feels like it loses a bit of power there. However, it didn't stop me from enjoying the track at all. Yeah. Overall, a really, really good, solid track. And I really liked it. I liked the fact that, you know, you've not made it too short. it's 6 minutes 36. Yeah, I liked it, and it kept me interested. It kept me interested listening to it. Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much for sending it in, guys. Please go and follow Eteri, because she's amazing. She really is. She's such a lovely person as well. I spent a lot of time with her in Brighton. Yeah, and it was a lot of fun, and I'm so glad to have connected with you. And keep sending your music in. I want to hear more. Comrie DJ, hi. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you. It's really good to have you here. Yeah, I mean, what are the ways that everyone is? What ways do you guys implement kicks into your projects? Are you just using, what samplers are you using? What techniques are you using? For me, I tend to keep it quite simple, but I use a sampler called Phalanx, and I like to layer my kicks, at least 2, but sometimes it can be 3 or 4, but it will require quite a bit of work. Phallus, not phallus. Phalanx. No. I am mostly using the same kick almost every time now, and work on kick and bass first. Cool. Are you changing the kick at all? Are you like pitching it up or down? Because the only problem I could foresee with that would be maybe phasing issues when you're mixing, your own tunes together. Hi, Martin. Using drum bass. Cool. Logic's EXS24 and mainly use Dave Parkinson. Yes. Yeah, +1 for the Dave Parkinson sample packs. Yeah, just be careful of using completely the same one, Jack, because and that goes for any sound, but sometimes we can oversee like hi-hats as well with the same. They just literally just pitching it a little bit is gonna make that bit of difference that you'll need. Yeah, I mean, I play a lot of music from the same artists when I DJ, and it's imperative that they're not using the same kick and hi-hats all the way through each track. But yeah, just literally just pitching it will be enough. No bugger about it. You're learning, aren't you? It's all part of the learning process. You can't think of every variable and get it right straight away. Everything to do with this thing we call music production is trial and error. Like we have to remember that that's what we like about it. It's trial and error. It's testing it and then like summarizing. It's like you're a scientist. You're a crazy scientist. That's why, just break stuff. Not literally, but just don't be afraid of breaking your door. In not like just spamming the mouse or whatever. Just do stuff. Make sure you got a limiter. I mean, this goes for synthesis as well. Make sure you don't blow your ears off, but just try things. Don't just take someone's word for it when they say don't put a compressor before a EQ and stuff like that. Just, or the opposite, whatever. Like, just try it and see what it sounds like. Don't slam it if you don't want to break your door. There you go. I've started to put overdrive on strings to make them sound lo-fi. Ooh, there you go. Breaking up those harmonics, baby.
Jack says, I thought I had finally found that decent kick and all my problems were solved. Oh, if only. It would be cool, wouldn't it? But kick and bass relationship, very important. So as soon as you're using, like, as soon as, like, in a new track, for example, you could have a rolling bass line, or it could be an offbeat bass line. It'll be in a different key, and already that will mean that the kick's attributes will need to be different. The tail will need to be different. Shaping it will be different. Loads of just yeah. Don't try and like limit yourself too much. Get KSHMR Kick Essentials. Ooh. Yeah, repitching helps a lot. Multiply is really good. What else do I do? Trying the different sample modes as well, like mono or stretch, or depending on what DAW you're using, warp. Like, just try loads of different things. I'm using Shaperbox to shape the tail of the kick. Cool. I love Shaperbox. Have you seen the new Shaperbox? Oh, the new Shaperbox is great, and it's got like Foley side chain kind of things with it now. So you can add like white noise to a sound with it, or any kind of noise. I'm not sure if you can put in your own noises as well. But it's got a few new I can't remember exactly what else is in there. I haven't got it yet, but I watched one of those. I watched one of the YouTube tutorials on it. So Cable Guy Shaperbox 3, phase and flange suite in the Shaperbox workflow, improved sidechaining capabilities. Yeah, the sidechain for me has always been a bit loose, so making my own sidechain has always been important, but it doesn't stop me using it. So yeah, just go and check it out, because there's some really... I use Duck sometimes as well, Ben. Yeah. But yeah, Maria, thank you so much for sending that one in, and keep sending your music in. Guys, please get following. Go share the love. Next up, we have got Chris Craze. And this is, it's a mashup that he's done. It's a mashup. A mashup. Oh, before we start that, just have to say a big thank you to everyone that's followed. Terry Music, thank you for subscribing. And Jack as well. And Offside, thank you. What do you have, DJ Brisk? What did I say? Oh, the song. Has he sent it you? Yeah, Chris Craze is a streamer on here as well, and part of Team Brisk. The Chris Craze track. Cool. Okay, well, for everyone else, they're going to hear it for the first time. So here we go.
Honey, why you calling me so late? It's kinda hard to talk right now. Honey, why you crying? Is everything okay? I gotta whisper 'cause I can't be too loud. Oh well, my girl's in the next room. Sometimes Sometimes I wish she was you. I guess we never really moved on. Oh well, my girl's in the next room. Sometimes I wish she was you. I guess we never really moved on. It's really good to hear your voice saying my name. It sounds so sweet, coming from the lips of an angel. Hearing those words, it makes me weak. But I never want to say goodbye. But girl, you make it hard to be faithful with the lips of an angel. It's funny that you're calling me tonight. And yes, I dream
So kick first. For example, with me, I'll mix my kick around about minus 6 dB, and then the bass will be peaking very, very close to minus 6 dB, but absolutely underneath minus 6 dB, but just tickling around there. However, we're dealing with a vocal, and if the vocal's not loud enough, then we'll notice it, especially when it's a vocal like this that needs to be kind of like up there. But if there's a problem with getting everything to sit right with a vocal, that will most likely be a mix down issue, right? Hi, Karsten. Yeah, it was very subtle. And it might just be a case of because it is a mashup. So when we're dealing with mashups, there's less ability to do mix downs because it's a mashup. So you have less control over it. Digital Carnage says minus 12 dB kick and minus 8 dB for bass, but that's how I do it. Cool. The reason why, I mean, it depends what DAW you're using, I think. It depends on the way that your mixer fader volume works. So say like on FL Studio, from 0 dB to minus 6 dB, you've got quite a lot of room. And then from minus 6 dB, stop it! From minus 6 dB to about minus 24 is smaller. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's exponential. I think that's the right word to describe it. So what it means is you have much more control around minus 6 dB than you would at minus 12. Now, I think this is different when you're working with music for the moving image. I think when it's film-based, because of the dynamics and the changing in... Stop it, Jack. The changes in volume, it's quite known to work, like minus 20 something or minus 18 something. So personally, that's what I found is starting from minus 6 with my kick and working everything else from that point. But always in my experience, I'm always going to disclaim that this is just my opinion, but it's an experienced opinion. Always have your kick and your bass being the loudest things in the track, and the vocal, but not louder than the kick. Then bounce down to minus 6 dB on the master using Span for mastering. Oh, nice. Yeah, Span's great. It really wrecks my head sometimes trying to articulate stuff, It's easy when we're in the studio, and this happens to me when I'm teaching DJing as well. I've got used to being able to explain stuff, but saying it is so much more labor intensive than just doing it, So, my brain hurts now. But yeah, I really liked it. What's your approach for things like stereo spacing of other elements beside kick and bass? I do it sparingly, and that's probably because I worry about things getting lost in the stereo field. A lot of the music that I make is going to be played on mono setup, so Anything under like 200, maybe 300 will always be in mono. Yeah. However, Heads Up is right with what you're saying there. Kick and bass shouldn't be in stereo. Thank you, Digital Carnage. However, isn't it true that that rule was made because, I mean, there's a few reasons, but one of them was if bass is in stereo, when stuff used to get printed, cut to vinyl, what would happen was the needle would literally jump out of the vinyl if bass is in stereo. Like it doesn't like it. Kick and bass should be forced for the centre of the speaker cone. Putting it in mono ensures this. Yeah, I agree. And the way that I do this is, but yeah, my point was the reason why I'm sort of going, okay, maybe we could unlearn this, because modern music is, or at least have a different mix down, because some modern music like is listened to on Spotify, or I think it depends on what type of music you're making. If it's like made for just listening to, and you're not doing dance music or whatever, maybe you can have your bass in stereo because it might make it sound really cool. However, to avoid confusion, if you're a new producer in dance music, the rule is have that in mono. Have your bass and your kick in mono. Perhaps a bass layer in stereo. Like if you had something a bit more MIDI bass, that would be all right. Yeah? Huh? There's a great video on YouTube about using panning in mono due to venue setups. Is there? If you can find it, Digital Carnage, send it over. I'll have a listen to it or watch it. What was I going to say? Yeah, so I use something called Sideminder, and you can use it on the master, and you can set the mono content to be around about 200, 250, 300, whatever you want. And then what it will do is you can get it to push out everything else to the sides, but because it's clever, it won't overdo it. So that's the way that I use it. And anything like mid-side EQ, that kind of stuff. Hello. We're talking about geeky things.
Oh, yeah. I might pop in a minute.
Yay. Guy's gone and got me a can of 7-Up. If anyone from 7-Up is watching this, could you sponsor me, please? Because I drink this shit every day, all day, once I've finished drinking coffee. So, yeah, I use Sideminder. Zup! It is going to be called Zup from now on. Zup! Amazing. But yeah, as a rule, keep that kick and bass in mono. Yeah, I mean, it's really nice. Cool. Good talk. From the old James Bond sequence. Oh, by the way, I'm sponsored by Udi now. You know the things that you wear, Udi. So they asked me, like, would I like a free Udi, and I just have to wear it on my stream, and then I just get it for free, and then the Udi, yeah. Don't you know what an Udi is? Oh, can someone explain? An Udi, yeah, an Udi. You know, it's like a massive, nice blanket thing. I mean, we already have them. We bought them ages ago. But I'm not telling them that. So I got which one did I go for? It was My Little Pony. I got a My Little Pony one from like 80s My Little Pony. Oodie. Yeah. It's a blanket. Yeah, blanket with a hood. Yeah, thank you, Steve. Yeah, so they're just like, you can just have it. You just have to wear it on stream and put some hashtags in the title. So I'm like, okay. My Little Pony. My Little Uni. Yeah, they're lovely, aren't they? So yeah, that'll be fun. Next up, we've got Dan Offside, and this is Tantalise. Dan offside and Tantalise. May take a bow. Take a bow, because I mean I've been watching your little videos that you've been putting out on Facebook, and I'm really glad that that interaction led to you sending in your music here. I did not know that you'd only been doing this for, what did you say, like a year? My God, like I wish after a year I was as streamlined as you are. Yeah. Yeah, Ben's also an amazing trance producer. And he'll probably agree. It's quite unheard of to be at that level after a year. So you didn't have the patience. Ah! Ha! Anybody find me some patience? I can't do it. I can't do it, dog. Ha! Yeah. This is shit. This is bullshit. This is some kind of bullshit. Stupid ass Fruity Loops. Oh, if you find some patience, please send me some. That would be really helpful. Thank you. Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Because people don't see the struggle. They don't. We don't talk about those things, you know. We just kind of like, we always show the end result, or maybe like a work in progress. But it's embarrassing sometimes, you know, how it makes us feel. I still have a stain in my studio from years ago where I just lost it. I had a bowl of oats and soya milk in a bowl. And I threw it across the room because I was so pissed off that I couldn't, I don't know, whatever it was, get my kick and bass right or something. Oh my God. Like, properly just. And when I'd done it, I remember thinking, you need to go to bed. you are outraged. Yes. Oh, outrage. Oh, we need to get a command for that done now. Yeah. Hello, Kid Dynamo. Yeah, this is why I love doing this show so much, because a lot of this is not really about the technical stuff that we're talking about. It really is the bringing together. It's like an AA group, because a lot of this is about the philosophy of music production and all of the parallel journey into self-belief and self-awareness, this internal thing. That's what it's about, because it really is mind over matter. So yeah, it's really good to see, Dan, that you are, and I'm sure you will come up against blocks, barriers, creative blocks, that kind of thing. But yeah, the obstacles, Jess. Yeah. Obstacles put in front of you by devs that have no idea about UI experience. Yeah, see, in those circles, absolutely, it's all the same thing, and it's just different props, isn't it? It's just your expertise. I can't stop thinking about outrage. Yeah, and that's why this show's so important, because we aren't always the best judge of our stuff. So getting someone else to listen to it, Gaz says, I find mucking around with projects in different genres helps with blocks. May, I couldn't agree more. Something that I always teach with my DJs, with my students. One of them has just subscribed again here, Tash. Guys, please get following Tash. She's amazing. Thank you for 25 months, babe. It's so good to see you here. I can't thank you enough for your love and support. We must arrange for you guys to come up soon and do another WikiWar back-to-back together. So Heads Up says, I've just started making D&B. Yeah, so this is a really good point. If you're having these writer's blocks that we're talking about, there are loads of different ways to get through it. A really good one is obviously looking at a different genre, at making a different genre. It's something that I've always said to my students, to DJ a different genre, because when you do that, you're using your ears in a different way. And the same is for music production. You're listening out for different things. For example, in D&B, like the most important thing will be the snare, whereas with dance music, it will be a kick and bass. And with D&B, the snare will be the most loudest part of the track, not the kick. And there's different, again, the same as there's different ways to transition DJ mixing wise when you're doing different genres. There are different ways to create music in terms of the genres. So you'll have to be thinking about instrumentation, composition, arrangement, mix down, plugins. The plugins that you use will be different. The sounds that you use, you know, to make it authentic will be possibly different. Richie, who's Cyril's snare? Who's Cyril's snare? I don't understand. Richie's my moderator. He doesn't. Oh, is it raccoons? Oh, is it? No, I should know that. I didn't know they had actual names. Oh no, Sybil, not Cyril. I thought it was Sybil. Yeah, I remember him. He had a big nose. He had a cock nose. Like that. Him. I'm going to look this up now. I don't believe you. Cyril Sneer. Okay, fine. Okay. Do you remember years ago, if you're old enough to know this, if you had a disagreement in the pub about something, you'd have to go to the library to settle it. Now you can just go on Google. Yeah, the cartoon in the 90s. He was a cocknose. Obviously, I didn't think that when I was a child, but he definitely did. It looks like a tap. It looks like a tap. Yeah, you could have a quiet fight in the library, yeah. But yeah, as I was saying before we go on this ADHD tangent, whatever it was I said. There we go. Well done, Dan. Oh. Okay. Next up we have got Leanne. Leanne's a friend of mine. Leanne Parkinson, and this is Dark Grooves. I think she's had this played on BBC Introducing. Again, I'll always recommend that you guys get your tracks over to BBC Introducing and get them to play your music. Get yourselves just log in, get yourself signed up to it, register. Just put in BBC Introducing into Google and it'll all come up. So yeah, we just play this one. There we go, guys. That's Dark Grooves by Leanne Parkinson. So what do you guys think to that? Yeah, I agree. It has some cool ideas in there. I do feel that the now one thing I need to say as well, Leanne does her own vocals, so she's put her vocals in there. I really liked all the ad-lib vocals in there. I thought that was a really nice touch. I feel like it needs tying in though. It needs to have more of a definite identity. Yeah, Jack says, I think the vocals need to tell more a story and help to tie the whole thing in. Yep. Yeah, there's definitely a cool old school vibe to it as well. Sorry, I can hear my kids coming downstairs. Someone's coming down the stairs. Who is it? I think they've gone. Oh. I'm going to close the door. Hang on. Let's hide from them. God, this is so embarrassing. Oh. Oh, there's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. I think maybe nothing is taking the lead in all the ideas. Yes. So I think the mix down needs to be done again, because some of the elements were peaking out a bit. I'd like to hear maybe a few more effects to kind of merge it all together. And it definitely needs to get some kind of identity, because I was kind of confused because we've got the bass, the donk bass. Come on, brain. Donk offbeat bass line. The biscuit bass. It is reverse Kevin and Perry. I do it intentionally. People are like, oh God, she's so rude about her children. God, she's so embarrassing. Yeah, it just needs more of an identity. But I really, really, really love those vocal hits. And I loved the little melodic plinky plonks in there. I loved how it built towards the end as well. So, yeah, it would just be a case of now tying these ideas in. And I'd love to hear maybe an actual vocal line in there. Maybe. But it's called Dark Grooves, so it kind of suits it being called Dark Grooves. But yeah, all in all, I'm really, really happy that you sent this in, Leanne. I really like it. And I can see why BBC Introducing would play it. Main thing I would say if this was going to be picked up by a label is get it mixed down again. Yeah, really, really good effort, mate. I love you to bits. So thank you for sending it in. The biscuit bass. I know, it's weird isn't it weird how our memories, like we can't remember where we put our keys, but then you'll just have badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom in your head. Sorry about that, because I know some of you will have that in your head now. That needs a donk remix. You're welcome. Snake. Snake. Can we listen to it quickly? Come on, let's listen to it quickly. Let me just put it into YouTube. I love it. I've had this on at a party, should I say, that went on for about 3 days. And we had it on in the background. There's like a 10-hour version of it. Here we go. That was Badger Song by Badger Mushroom. Yeah, I really like this one. I felt like it had it was very hypnotic. I loved the hook. I felt that the middle eight, or the bridge if you want to call it that, regarding the snake really kind of like embodied that sense of panic and anxiety and oh no, it's a snake. You know, I really felt like I was in that situation. I'll hold it back. It's just really profound. Really liked it, yeah. I mean, you only get one magic mushroom song, don't you? It gets inside your head, yeah. So thank you very much for sending that one in, Badger Mushroom. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to top that one. Badgers do take shrooms, yes. Yes, they do. That makes a lot of sense now. Okay, next up, we have got Davido and Steve Willow. So this is a friend of mine. This is a free download through Hyped It. So look out for the link in the chat and you guys can go and get yourselves a copy of this as well. Here we go. Sorry about that, Mafia. Yeah, we always shout out their socials. It's all part of what we do here. Okay, here we go. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. I saw a picture yesterday. You know the one we were laughing in the rain. Remember how it used to be. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. There we go. That is Davido and Steve Willow. Don't leave me. No worries, Carsten. Give Kenzie my love. I feel like doing star jumps, says Jack Parker. Yes. It's always very uplifting and energizing to listen to bounce. I love it. I haven't played any bounce for a while, but it really lifts my spirits when I do. It's energy, isn't it? And this track, I'm definitely going to be playing this. Yeah. I don't know the vocal. I've never heard that vocal before, but I guess the reason why he's giving it away as a free download is that way you don't need to worry about, copyright, royalties, publishing. So sometimes it's the right route to go down, because if enough people are playing it, it gets your name out there, So, yeah. Yeah, I really liked it. I liked the vocal, but I liked your idea, Jess, of maybe remining the the a cappella and seeing if there's any other like ad libs on there and stuff. So yeah, it was nice to hear, because sometimes bounce can be so formulaic that you get bored of it. But this is a really good job. There's been a lot of thought and that little bit of extra attention to detail on this. And I really liked there's like a lead sound. Where is it? The sound on that. I've heard that sound in another track in a really similar melody. Can't think of it, but yeah, it's like an old school. It's really nice though, isn't it? Like it's been. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Preset Inspire EMD. I'm gonna have to write that down. Yeah, I like it. Do you know what I like about it though? I like the tiny bit of portamento that's on it, or a pitch envelope. There's either portamento or a bit of a pitch envelope on the attack, which gives it a very, very, very slight kind of bend to it. Don't leave me. I really like that. Yeah. Yeah, like it's something that you feel more than you hear it, but I really like that. Can I grab that and slow it down and illustrate? I don't know what you mean. What I mean is, like, if you in a synth, there'll be a section for pitch envelope, and it's the same as volume envelope for shaping the sound, but for pitch, there's a few different settings in there, and you can just make an envelope, make a shape, and then it will give a certain kind of like pitch variant. Yeah, it's really tough to articulate what it does. Yeah, it's got some nice harmonics as well. Yeah, it feels like there's some nice detuning on that. But yeah, I really like that noise. Like, Heads Up says, it makes the pitch go up and down in a very sharp fashion, giving it a transient at the start of the sound. Thank you for saying it much better than I was. Oh. Yeah, that way, Jack, is more portamento or a slide. Pitch envelope's more like affects the beginning of the track. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so sorry if you're new to this show. I burp a lot. Yeah, I burp a lot. But I really like both of those things. I really like portamento, and I also like pitch envelope on stuff. I even have, you can't use it at the moment because this is the serious show, but on my usual show, I have a channel point redemption. I'm saying this like I'm really proud. I have a channel point. I am actually a channel point redemption for my burps, and it's an actual authentic burp from me. Anyway, next up, Sean Williams, and This Is Selfish.
yourself, and you were so goddamn selfish. Holding on to faded plastic marble lies I thought were perfect. You only saw yourself, and you were so goddamn selfish. Holding on to faded plastic marble lies I thought were perfect. You only saw yourself, and you were so goddamn selfish. Holding on to faded plastic marble lies I thought were perfect. You only saw yourself, and you were so goddamn selfish. I should have saw it exactly who you are and how you were never honest. Now if being honest, I'm gonna fuck you too. And everything you do should never get hard to you, but it didn't take it broke into you.
Wow. I feel like that is perfect. Isn't it? I would, says Jack. Yeah, I would too. If that song was a person, I'd marry it. Yeah. Horn him, says Pluto. Yeah. I loved it. I loved that really big re-space. They took up a lot of the... It was almost like that was taking up most of the bottom end, obviously, and some of the mids. But then what really accentuated it was those delicate, long reverb and delay-tailed plinky plonkies, twinkly, melodic lines along the top. And it really... Because having that definition between the two sets this sonic space, if you know what I mean. It shows just like, it just felt so spacious. The track title is Selfish. It is over here. There you go. But yeah, please go and give him a follow. I loved that. I loved listening to that. Very, very deep. Soundscape, maybe. That's a good word. Maybe. More sonic space. Or spectrum. But yeah, that works as well. Stereo field was used to the max. There we go. Ben knows how to put it. There you go. Yeah. Oh, really, really, really liked that. Really liked it. Yeah, it's very clever, because we have to remember how our ears work and how physics works when we listen to sounds. So, like, that's why reverb sounds so good to us. For example. Paula, thank you very much. I think as well as stereo, you almost get a back to front depth space with reverb too. Definitely. I saw years ago a really, really good way of imagining reverb, like when it comes to the instruments in your project, and it likened it to a picture of the Mona Lisa. So stuff that you want up front will probably have little to no reverb on it, and that's the stuff that's mostly in focus. So like on the picture of the Mona Lisa, eyes, smile, nose, and then to create the depth, if you look at the background of the Mona Lisa, it's mountains, but you can't see them like in focus. They're much further behind and very blurred. Blur, not the band, which is like a reverb thing. And it's out of focus. And that's what happens when we add reverb. It puts things out of focus. And so that our attention isn't drawn to it, but it's still there. It's still serving a purpose. And I really liked, and I really, really got that in the early stages of learning music production. That really helped me to understand how to use reverb in my music. Yeah. It is, isn't it, Gaz? I even it it made such an impact on me that I even printed it out. Oh my God, I have got so many Lever Arch folders full of printouts of like FL Bible and stuff that I found on the internet that really helped me. I used to just and synthesis, stuff to do with alchemy and like spectral synthesis, FM synthesis, loads of stuff. Or I'd write it down on A4 paper and then I would like put it all in the in like clear plastic sleeves. And oh God, I have so many of them and so many notepads, so many. But yeah, I'd always keep stuff that happened that made. Yeah, you'd never referred to any of it. Yeah. But there's something really helpful about externalizing it, which is why being a teacher helps you to be a better whatever you're teaching, whatever the subject is. I started producing, oh my God. So I stopped and started for a long time. Probably about 16 years ago I did. Well, how old am I now? I'm 40 now. I did a BTEC National Diploma in Music Technology when I was in my 20s, like 23 or 22 or something. So like 18 years ago. And I've just finished uni this year, doing 3 years doing music production. I've done a foundation degree in electronic music production, which I finished last year. I'll be doing a master's in a couple of years' time. But I've been doing music production solidly for about 10 years. But when I say solidly, like I've only really taken it. Like I know a lot of stuff, but I suffered so badly with my confidence to actually finish things. So, and because before that, I used to have engineers make my music for me. So when my music used to be pressed to vinyl, I used to have an engineer. So I'd go in the studio and I'd give my ideas and obviously I'd like put my ideas across, but it's a completely different thing doing it yourself. Really is. So I had to make, because of my music being so big in my genre, it was going to be a really big hassle and a really big jump from having the best engineers engineer my music, and then I have to play catch up to get my stuff sounding at least on par. And it's taken me a long time, but I happily will say that I am now very happy with my level that I'm at, but I still know nothing. I still feel like I am having my very first day all the time, because there's always new stuff to find out, and then you have unlearning stuff. Unlearning stuff's important. My mind like tells, I pick up stuff and then I don't know whether or not it's true, but if you tell yourself it enough times, it becomes true. So again, it becomes this like parallel journey with self-worth and self-belief. I think it's important to be healthy with the self-doubt, but don't let it stop you like it did for me. It stopped me from doing anything for a long time. My ego was in the way massively. I used to get very frustrated. I didn't have a lot of fun with it because I felt like I needed to prove something. I felt like I needed to prove something to the world, and it really wasn't. It wasn't fun. I used to make everything so much hard work. Like I'd have some amazing preset packs, and I'd be like, no, I need to make all of my sounds from scratch, even if there's a fire. So, yeah, I learned how to do subtractive synthesis, FM synthesis, spectral synthesis, AM synthesis. Oh, like I had a nightmare of a time learning it, and still none of my sounds would ever sound anywhere near as good as they would in a preset pack. No worries, Atari. We will see you soon. Mwah. So, yeah. I needed to learn everything. Photosynthesis. There you go. But I learned a lot. I acquired a lot of knowledge. But what I did find out really soon was there is no point to having any of this knowledge if you're not finishing music, getting music done. Because I wouldn't dare finish stuff. I don't want anyone to hear my music. So yeah, in the early days, it's really important to finish stuff, move on to the next thing, work out what you learned in that last session, change your workflow, find ways to make it easier for you to get to, you know, to stay in blue sky thinking mode, you know, like templates, presets, knowing where all of your sounds are. Make it as simple as possible. I'm the same. It's called imposter syndrome. Yeah. We were talking about this at the Brighton Music Conference. I think imposter syndrome is far too polarized, or is far too extreme for what this is. But we all say it. We all say imposter syndrome because you're not an imposter. You're not an imposter. You're not, unless you are. You might be. But as far as I know, you are making all your own music. And I think the problem is, as soon as you've had a few good runs and people like a few of your tracks, there's this expectation. And maybe that expectation frightens us because we're like, well, we can't, I don't want to make something that sounds shit because, you know, nobody ever likes a second album, Jess. Yes. Yeah, imposter syndrome. But it's great that we can talk about it. Really important that we talk about it. We all feel like that. I just feel that a lot of the time we're supposed to put on this front and we're supposed to pretend that it's easy for us and we know what we're doing and we keep closed off. Yeah, Kid Dynamo, you misunderstand this. It feels like you're not allowed to have, you know, you're not allowed to maybe experiment either. And people thinking you're nuts. Yeah, I like that. Boo. People leave you alone. People leave you alone when they think you're crazy. It's brilliant. Or we think that they think that. Yeah. You got to be a little bit nuts to be a music producer, I think. The same as being an artist. You could be a little bit crazy, and that keeps us sane. Ben says, my release on Tidy last year, I've struggled mentally to match up. Yeah, do you find as well that if you've had a release on a label and then you go back to that same label with another track that you've made and then they reject it? Again, the term reject is such a harsh word. It can make us feel very bad because it makes us feel rejected. Oh, you're welcome, David. Exactly. Heads up. It's yeah. So but again, this is why it all ties back into self-belief. Number one, self-belief. And number two, intention. So if your intention is to have fun and make music that you love, Not second guessing, not trying to make stuff because you think this person or this label will like it or like you, because, you know, not panicking. Yeah, exactly, Night Grooves. I agree with that. If you always do this from as much as possible for you, and you do it because it excites you and you're excited about it, and you're feeling, I really like this tune, and you're not getting bored of it, then when you do it from that place, it matters less. It won't not matter completely, but it will matter less what anyone else thinks about it. So we have to arm ourselves, you know, with a bit of self-worth and detach ourselves from being, you know, too emotionally invested in our music. It's difficult though. Just create from the heart. Some will like it, some won't. Yeah, I think so. And the more that you do it, the more you do it, the easier it will get to get through the technical hurdles, until you will literally just be able to make good music every single time. But you have to keep doing it. It's a practice. It's a muscle that needs working. So, you know, it's checking in every week, seeing what we're all up to is accountability, and it gives us all something to work towards. Yeah. A track a day. Oh my God. What? There you go, Ben. Yeah. A track a day. I wish I could do a track a day. I don't know. When we've done live streams recently for my uni project, we did a track in 8 hours actually, but I had to have 2 days off for the mix down, and then another session to, like, on fresh ears, to put in all of the bells and whistles and further tailor it down. So was it super high quality, super serious? What is that to me? No, it was do you know what really helped? It was having an image in my head. So what I did something that I've never done before. Usually when I start a project, I'll call it Project Today, or I don't know, I'll just put the date or something. And with this one, I just had a word come into my head. So the first track, because I watch a lot of, like, I'm really into quantum mechanics and quantum computers and stuff. So I thought, I'm going to call this one Quantum. And I thought about quantum things throughout it. And I was like, oh, that was easier. That felt like it was easier to, like, envisage where the track was going, or more importantly, where to rein it in when the track started losing an identity of whatever I was thinking quantum meant. And then the next day we did another one, or I did another one on my live stream, and I thought of the word 13. So the word 13 came into my head, and then it made me make different artistic decisions. So I did something that I don't normally do. Part of my uni course was to make some music for moving image or film score stuff. So hi JLF. So when I thought, and I'm saying this because I think it would be important for you guys, it could help you guys if you need to, you know, stick to a story for your track. So I called it 13, and around that, because of doing lots of other music recently and having, I had a list of stuff go off in my head about, like, what VSTs I could use, what plugins, how I could get atmospherics around this number 13. What does 13 mean? What are synonyms for 13? And I thought witches, evil, dark, gloomy wood, because I live Alton Towers. The Ride 13. And then my brain just automatically selected Contact. And then we were doing a stream and I was using Straylight, which is a Contact instrument. I wasn't really getting anywhere with that. I was sort of getting there a bit, but the sound, I couldn't really control the sound enough. It's like granular synthesis and like using like 2 different sound sources with granular synthesis and like reverb and delay, and then you have like an XY pad, but I wasn't getting anywhere using that one. So then I changed it to You're Brilliant, Axeman. I tried using another one. I can't remember which one. Oh no, was it Straylight? Because I wasn't getting anywhere with it, and because it was on the stream, Guy was in the chat and Guy said no, try this one, and I also had that one. But point is, I wouldn't have thought of using Contact, hey DJ Bouncy, if I hadn't have put this original idea of the name of the track in before I started. So maybe try that out and see if that helps. Yeah, Contact is your friend for film score. Very CPU intensive. So once you have finished using it, bounce everything down and get rid of it. Speaking of bouncing, how are you, DJ Bouncy? Team at BRISK representing, mate. How was your stream? Ryzen crew represent. I want a Ryzen 9 now. That's what I want. I've got a 7. I'm rocking a 7 right now. Good stuff, mate. Good to have you here. Okay, next up we have got Stomp-A-Lot and Digital Mafia, and this is Hurricane. Looks like it's spelt wrong. Hurricane. There we go.
I just
That is Stomp a Lot and Digital Mafia, Hurricane or Hurricane, depending on where you live in the world. Yeah, I really liked it. I love that vocal. I think what's their name again? Iniko, is it? But yeah, I love the original, so I'm bound to like this because I love that vocal. Yeah, Iniko. So it feels like it needs a bit more finishing. It's playable, but it just sounded a bit flat. And what I mean by that, like with the there was like a piano bit. The piano bit just kind of came out of nowhere. So maybe a little bit of introducing that earlier on in the track, be it with like, I don't know, a reverse reverb stab of it, something like that. And also a bit of humanization, because the note sounded very static. Yes, and it needs more effects and automations, yeah. So, like, more movement or more humanization in the piano. So let's just... It's all on the same note velocity at the moment. That's just something that gripes me. It's maybe a bit uber quantized, but I honestly think it would just be fixed with a little bit of variance in the velocity of some of the notes, especially the bottom notes. It just sounds too flat at the moment, but really, really easy fix. Yeah, in Fruity it's really easy to do. You can just like put some humanization into it using riff generator or articulator. Yeah, I would say that's probably the main thing. And yeah, just tying it in with a little bit of effects and stuff. It just feels it feels like it just needs that extra day on it now, or half a day, a few hours for Digital Mafia, if he's engineered this, for him just to go over it and marry in the transitional points. Red Queen Rhonda, thank you. Thank you, my love. Thank you for 5 months. Good to see you. Thank you to everyone who has followed today as well. And thank you, Jess, for gifting a sub as well to Heads Up earlier. I really appreciate that. Thank you to everyone who's followed. Night Grooves, Mafia Muffin, DJ Bouncy, of course. Thank you so much for the raid. Talon as well. I'm Design. Thank you for following. And Big Fish, Little Fish as well. You guys are amazing. And Stomp a Lot, you should be very proud of yourself. Okay, next up we've got Pluto, and this is Different Kind. And this is Alex, who I saw at my gig at the weekend. So big shout out to Alex.
you? I said, what do you want? There was something in there with him. It was standing there in the corner. I asked it, who are you? And it said, it was a visitor. I said, what do you want? Who are you and what do you want?
Go. Pluto, a different kind, aka Alex. Mate, I really like this. And yeah, like I said, it gives me Joe Longbottom vibes. You got that kick and bass relationship down to a T. I do feel that you could have added something else a bit later on in the track. But I have the feeling that you were probably unsure of what to do. So you probably thought it was best to not add too much, maybe. Correct. Yeah, I would be scared as well because when you've got, like, when it's working, you don't want to fuck it up, do you? But don't change this track. Well, it is hard not to break it. You're right. And you might have tried a few of the things and gone, no, that's too much. You don't need to change this track. This track's done. What you'll naturally want to do for the next track is work out what else could you do to elevate this, like later on in the next track. So examples could be more question and answer samples in there, because you have that. So you could variate that. Variate, is that a word? I'm sure it is. Vary that. Variate it. Variate. This is me making it worse and shit. Yeah. Variate that motherfucker. You hear me? You got to have variation. We ain't getting on no plane, fool. Something I found out about me recently was I have an inner monologue voice. And it speaks to me like this. Yeah. And I'm not even joking. I'm not trying to be funny here. I honestly have. Under certain mental states, should we say, I have an inner monologue that talks to me like this. Yeah. We gotta do it like that. We're gonna do it like this. Yeah, come on. You job-ass turkey. Yeah, it's like my inner James Brown. It's crazy. But yeah, under certain influences, that's all I hear. That's all I hear. Hit me. Good God. Honestly, it's the funniest thing. I can't do anything about it. But yeah, what were we talking about? Don't make me do this, chat. I've forgotten what we're talking about. Sam, thank you for resubscribing for 5 months. What were we talking about? The word vary. Yes. Jess, thank you for the gifted sub there as well. You little legend. Thank you. So yeah, more variation, more question and answer. So if we go back to so you could have another line doing the same pattern. You could add some hoovers. So it could be like, I'm going to do this in terms of geese. Okay? Because I always do. You know it makes sense. So Q&As, question and answers. If you want me to do the music video, I can do this for you. So this is part A, and then this is part B. So they don't talk over each other. So in slow motion, it would be like, what you gonna do with all that junk inside that trunk? I'ma get you drunk, get you love drunk off my humps. My hump, what? My hump. But in this style. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow. Like they're having a fucking conversation. So you could do it like that. I've properly overcomplicated this now. I know. And do the fast rap now. Okay, let's try it. with all that junk inside the trunk. I'm gonna get you drunk, get you left drunk off my heart, 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 my lovely little love. Check it out. Obviously, start from the first beat of the bar. There you go. You can have that. You're welcome. Good luck. I've got a little vision now of Alex just sat there like writing this down going, okay. Does she know what she's talking about? No. My hump, my hump. Or of course you can use the badger badger. But yeah, keep going. My point being, draw a line under that track that you've made. It's brilliant. Use the same techniques that you've used in that one, and then just try and use the next project as a project in variations after the main drop. Cool. Yay. Next up we've got Twiddle, and this is Joy. This is a track by Anthony Perkins as well. It's a good one, this. I like this. we go. Twiddle and Joy, which is Perkmeister in the chat there. Really like this. I love the grooviness to it. Great swing action. I really like your bottom end. There, I said it. I said it and I mean it. It sounded really nice on my Mackie monitors. Excuse me? It's so true about how many like words, like terminal. Come on, brain. How much terminology in music production is rude. Wet dry knob. Bottom end. There's definitely more. Flanger. What did I say last week when Guy was in? Because we played one of my tracks and there's a manual flange in it, and yeah. manual flange. Yeah, you go, babe. Pluto, lovely to see you, mate. Thank you for being here. Sausage fattener, yes. Yeah. Welcome in, whatever that name is. Will you be wanting to go us? Welcome in. There's got to be more. I know that there's more, but yeah. I really like this. I like the swing on it, and I liked the ideas. I loved your bottom end, as we've already discussed. Cowbell end, yes, that's another one. Very good. Yeah. And I liked your use of a vocal that probably most producers have got that a cappella. It's been so used over and over and over again, but I really liked the way that you used it. And I've also not heard anyone use that vocal for quite a while. So it's been enough time for me not to go, oh God, not that a cappella. You used it really well. And I will be definitely playing this track in my groovy hard house sets. Yeah. Really liked it. Make sure you follow Perkmeister, please. Follow that link. Get supporting each other. I can hear my children again. Don't come in here. Don't come in here. Go away. Do you know what it feels like sometimes? It feels like I've been on the sesh like for 3 days. And the police have just like come to the house and I'm in trouble. I need to stop drinking 3 cups of coffee a day. I think I'm getting paranoid. I'm like, shit. It's the cops. It's the cops, man. I always feel like, honestly, I'm in trouble. It's my house, goddammit. It's my house and I feel like I'm in trouble because I like shutting myself in my studio. When I hear someone upstairs or coming down the stairs because I'm in my basement, it always makes me go, oh, shit. Because I forget, like I'm just here talking to you guys, like you're in the room with me. And then it feels like it knocks me out of what we're doing. When I hear like reality, IRL behind me, I'm like, oh, oh yeah. Oh, thankfully, I'm not the one that has to do the food in this house. Guy feeds the children because it would be a nightmare. We would have social services round the lot. I'm joking, obviously. But yeah, at least it's something I don't have to worry about because you know what it's like when it's time spent in the studio, you forget how long like time has been. So, yeah, I'm just glad that Guy does the food stuff in the house so nobody starves. Because Mummy is perfecting her kick drum layers for the 4th time. Yeah. Well, no, we ran out earlier just before I started the stream. We went to Lidl and picked up loads of like stuff for them to eat because the kids are having their very first sleepover tonight with a friend of theirs from school. So I was like, we need to go and get like more food in now. Let's go and get some popcorn and nice things for them. So they've got loads of sweets and stuff to keep them occupied. And I'm like, have you got any food allergies? She's like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, what should we just get? Let's just get pizza. We just got loads of pizzas and burgers for tonight. So yeah, I'm going to go and find them now and see what they're all up to. Thank you guys. I'll probably play a bit of Hogwarts Legacy now. I really appreciate all of you for being here. I'm going to pass you on over to... Oh, Adrian's on. When you go in here, right, he's called Adrian, and if anyone's watched, what's it called? Thingamabob. If you've ever watched Rocky, he goes, Adrian! So that's what I do every time I see Adrian. Yeah, Rocky. So when we go in there, just go, Adrian! Everyone do it, like a mass thing. And like he'll be like, oh my God! And he might even go, Amber! So yeah, everyone type in, Adrian! Because it would just be cool, won't it? Imagine. Oh my God, we're so geeky. Right, I'll see you on Thursday. I might be around tomorrow on my gaming channel because I want to do some more Final Fantasy. So I need to go and have a bath. I need to go and sort my shit out. See you later, oscillators. Love you. Mwah. Thank you, Night Grooves. Thank you, everybody. I do stink, don't I? I've got producer hair. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Good night.